Well, hello everyone. This is Susan from SLC Aquatics, #FishFamMom, coming to you live from the fish room. And I hope everyone's doing well tonight. And we hope that you will join us in conversation. And again, I asked the question, what are you going to talk about tonight? And let's encourage one another to do what makes us happy in this hobby. Sometimes it's breeding specific species. Sometimes it's having a specific aquarium, kind of like a freshwater, brackish, and some love saltwater. I've never done a saltwater aquarium, and some of my friends even got started in the hobby with a saltwater aquarium, but they had a lot of fish losses. And believe me, the species that you buy for a saltwater tank are cost a little bit more than what they do for freshwater tanks sometimes, most of the time. They are more attractive fish sometimes, but there are some beautiful species in the freshwater hobby that are very colorful and very unique in their own ways. But welcome to the live stream. I'm going to try to shrink my OBS and open up the chat because I don't have any chat. I want to say hi to everyone. This is something different that I was trying tonight in OBS, and for some reason it didn't give me what I was hoping it would give me. It gives me the YouTube studio, but it didn't give me any live chat. So I know we used to add live chat to our online streaming screen, and let me see if I can veer away just for a few seconds. Thank you for bearing with me. I like to be able to chat with everyone and recognize those who do come into the chat. A lot of times people do view the stream that do not well, anyway, many people view the stream but who never talk in the chat. So if you hear an echo of my voice, give me a second to mute the YouTube stream. Hey, Bruiser. And I want to say hi to Nanny Lane. How are you doing today? Looks like you love emojis. Any of my mods, feel free to do whatever you need to do to anyone who is offensive. I've never had this person in my chats before, so we ask that you stop with the emojis in the chat so we don't put you in timeout. But everybody, welcome to the live stream, and we pray that everyone is doing well. I want to say hi to Mark Sturleson as well as Bruiser And I don't know if somebody else was in chat or this person actually is in my chat by accident. The Comedy 2020 is here. I want to say hello to you. And Nanny Lane is saying hi to someone named Joe. So Nanny Lane, I do believe you may be in the wrong chat. And I welcome you. But looks like we're going to have to put Nanny Lane in timeout. We're putting Nanny Lane in timeout. And if this person continues to fill up chat with emojis, you will be asked to leave. But we hope that you will abide by our guidelines. You just never know, do you guys? Mark says, bye Nanny Lane. I put them on timeout for 5 minutes, and if it continues, of course, they will be booted from the chat. Filling up the chat with emojis is not according to community guidelines with YouTube. But I hope everybody's doing well. I personally have not been in the fish room very much this week. I come in every day or two and feed the tanks. The more goldfish have been mopey, but I gave everybody a treat tonight. I ordered these from Dina at Everything Aquatic a while back. Hello, Dina. Afternoon, all. I gave everybody a treat today, and it is the freeze-dried brine shrimp cubes. And believe me, no matter where you're at, and disregard the price that's on there, because I'm not sure what she's selling it for right now. So let me mark it. Well, if I can get my marker open. Duh. Excuse me. This is a 2-ounce bag, but believe me, there is so much food in this 2 ounces that everybody loves it. Even the bottom dwellers, the plecos, the Corydoras, the shrimp. The shrimp love their own cubes as well. And Dina, I hope you're doing well tonight, honey. I saw your post on Facebook. I hope that the website is doing better right now. The Comedy 2020, it is 12:05 a.m. Okay, early in the morning for you. You must be across the pond. Liberty cichlids. Oh, Liberty Bell cichlids. My Lord, hello. How long has it been? It's been like forever. And SC Catahoula's. How are you doing? Good to have you with us tonight. Ah, what a blessing. Liberty Bell cichlids. I hope you're doing well. Have you been posting anything to your channel lately? Because, yes, you're in the UK Comedy 2020. Welcome in from across the pond. I hope you can endure my boring live streams. Dina says it has been one of those days, unfortunately. Oh, I hate that, Dina. If I could turn back the clock and make it better for you, I would do that. It's been a long time. Yes, it has, Liberty Bell cichlids. and the Little Egypt Aquarium Club. Hi, Susan. Hi, Jeremy. How are you doing? Good to have you with us tonight. Yes, started out with something a little different in OBS tonight, and I ended up closing that dock because it didn't give me what I wanted. I wanted to be able to see the live chat from the YouTube studio, so I had to go over to the YouTube studio and actually pop out the chat. But we had an annoying little person named Nanny Lane who just wouldn't listen and wouldn't abide by community guidelines, so they've been put on timeout. If they should come back doing the same thing, I will have to ask them to leave. Love your live. Thank you. I do appreciate it. Dina says, I'm very distracted at the moment, but I'm listening. Thank you, Dina. I understand. But I haven't been in the fish room much, but Rod and I purchased a nice, I think it's called Imaginarium aquarium stand. They didn't post the size of it, and I was looking for another 40 breeder stand, but it ended up being, I think, for a 55 tall, but we're going to make it work. And behind me, I'm going to do some rearranging. And first of all, we're going to take the stand outside and put these 20 longs that Jeremy at Sargent Tanks gave me, and wash them outside and fill them and make sure they are holding water. He said they were, but you know, when things are left in storage, it's just safe and wise to test it. And then I could do a good clean out of some of the equipment that he gave me. Like I can wash out some of these breeders in the aquariums and just do an overall. I'm watching the black moors right now eat the shrimp cubes and watching their reaction. I don't think they're used to that much protein. I gotta give me a preview of a camera here so I can see what's going on. Yeah, it's not a close-up, but I'm gonna switch over. The black moors are kind of nibbling at the shrimp cubes and kind of like shaking their faces. But you know, fish rarely turn down free food. This is new food for them. They're used to pellets or flakes. And I was surprised at the bronze cories. They were swimming around almost mid-tank. But everything needs a good water change, and in my 40 breeder, I need to unplug the, is it NiCrew? I need to unplug the NiCrew internal filter because it's diminished its flow quite a bit. It's still trickling a little bit out the spray bar. But I'm going over to that aquarium to there's a plant stemming over there. I will be right back. It actually looks like one of my Amazon swords have started sending off a runner, and that's exciting because I haven't had any aquarium plants flower and shoot off runners lately. And you know, I had to completely do that 40-gallon all over again because of the blackbeard algae and the mulm. But that aquarium was neglected a good 6 months. And I only came in here once or twice a week and actually fed the fish. And then when I did, I removed the fish and cleaned out the aquarium. I treated it with Flourish. Is it Seacom's Flourish? XL? Something. Yeah, Flourish XL. And I treated the plants in 5-gallon buckets and even the rocks and driftwood. Thank you, Comedy 2020. You have a weather loach. I'm not sure what a weather loach looks like. Have you guys got one pump set up to all of your tanks yet? No, and I'm not going to do that. After I thought about it, I keep bouncing back and forth. Do I want to break this fish room down and turn it back into a bedroom and just leave 1 or 2 aquariums in here? I can't make up my mind. I'm of that age, and my personality is variableness. I still don't have another tank rack system, but there's some stands next door that do have MDF boards on it. But I told Rod if we replace it with plywood, I do believe they'll be strong enough to handle some of the tanks that I want. You said a weather loach. I'm going to look it up. Okay, it's also known as a pond loach. Or a dojo loach. Is a freshwater fish native to East Asia. They're popular in the aquarium. Yes, they are. As you see, they have different names, and the same thing happens here in the U.S. The scientific name of a species may be one thing, and then common names or what hobbyists call things, sometimes it's to help market it. Have you got one pump set up to all your tanks yet? No, I answered that already. I'm sorry. Also, you know, I'm not getting younger, and Rod always offers help, but I just don't want to put more on him in my hobby, because my hobby can be quite tedious, especially when you're dealing with species, tanks only. And at one time I said, you know, I've had people walk in, and then Google Business sent me an email and took my business down off of their website. I mean, off of their server, because they said that I broke community rules. So I'm sure it was selling live fish and things. Hey, Paul, welcome to the live stream, sweetheart. But yeah, those weather loach, or a pond loach, or a dojo loach is the same thing, and they're quite popular in the freshwater hobby. And they're quite entertaining. And some, I've had yo-yo loaches before, not dojo, but yo-yo loaches, and I love them. They swam with my Corydoras and always slept upside down or head down, usually behind the filter intake or on the back side of a sponge filter. And they always had a bedtime routine. Just before going to bed, they would swim up and down the glass, around the tank, up and down the glass. It's almost like when our children want to burn themselves out just so they can unwind and go to sleep. They want to burn that last bit of energy. Like my kids always used to say, "Mom, I'm thirsty. Bring me some water." And I'm like, "One more, and that's it." And then you got to get up and go to the bathroom before you go to sleep so we don't have accidents. So, oh, the Comedy 2020, you are so sweet. I am not 35. I am 66, going on 70. But thank you for the compliment. So, I've got a tank over here full of bronze cories that keeps growing that brown algae, and sometimes it gets almost like a gel on the inside of the aquarium. When I cleaned that tank, I cleaned it with white vinegar and water. I was also thinking about putting Algifix. I think Algifix in it. I was thinking about doing that. And I know until an aquarium is cycled, you're going to have all kinds of growth of things that can be annoying to your new tank syndromes. You don't want to overfeed a new aquarium. I have 10 bronze Corydoras in that aquarium. There is no heater. And I gave a 10-gallon also to my niece, and she said she keeps having this brown jelly algae grow in her aquarium as well. And she said when she cleans it and puts fresh water in it, it's fine until she adds a heater. And when she adds a heater, then that brown jelly algae starts growing back. So I'm going to experiment with mine. I'm going to take my fish out first. I don't want to experiment with things while I have fish in there. But when I get one of these 20 set up, I'm going to use the sponge filter out of there and the rocks. I'm going to use the Decor to help cycle the 20, and then I'm going to leave that tank set up so that I can work with it to see what happens. That brown jelly algae that grows in it. The Vallisneria that I added to the 40 is growing well. Like I said, the Amazon sword is actually growing a runner, which means it will bloom pretty soon. And once it blooms, then it sends off runners, and then I can clip more Amazon swords. So what do you all want to talk about tonight? Do you all have any questions about anything in my fish room besides the air pump? I'm not going to set up a single air pump, like a linear air pump, and run air to all of my tanks, because first of all, I might turn this room back into a bedroom. And then second of all, I really don't have any uniformity to how my tanks are set up. and I don't want to run a lot of airlines all over the place. I don't know. Have you still got the ponds in the garden? I have ponds on my front porch and the 40-gallon on the side of the house that I took out of service because we thought it was leaking after that really bad freeze we had of 17 degrees for almost a week. And even though I had an air stone in that 40-gallon tub, the bubbling from the air stone kept building ice on top of ice on top of ice till it froze over again. And Rod and I had to literally bust that ice back open for air exchange for the guppy, for the shabumpkins. I have 3 baby shabumpkins in that 40, and they are getting about 4 to 5 inches in length. I'm quite excited. Pretty soon I will be adding him over to the 150 with the 3 adults that I have over there. And the 3 adults are anywhere from, I would say 8 to 10 inches. Hey Rod, Mr. SLC Aquatics. Welcome to the live stream chat. He came down to get his evening meal and take his evening meds. But he did come in and show his face. But he's been working really hard, and I'm sure he's still tired. I think he said he loaded 10 to 12 bags of topsoil, and we had an area in the yard where a big oak tree fell, like, I don't know, 12 to 15 years ago. I'm in my pajamas. Okay. And anyway, he's been working on that area to level it so that it will be easier for him to cut the grass in that area. Sorry to hear that. Also, what else? He cut up, there was a branch, a large branch that fell, limb that fell probably 4 or 5 days ago from a rainstorm that we had. And we got old trees. We have over 100-year-old trees in our yard. And, you know, they get diseased and start falling apart. But the Lord is good to us in bringing down things gradually. And thank God nothing has ever hit the house. He's even had winds turn a tree, that big old oak tree that fell 15 years ago. It was pointing towards the house, but the Lord had a wind blow upon it and laid it down away from the house. It damaged the fence next door, but the property next door still belongs to the church as well. And you know, we didn't have to pay to repair our neighbor's fence. But I don't know what kind of trees they are. Ash trees, black locusts, and acorn trees. I think we have a mulberry tree in the back. I've got a crepe myrtle by the corner of the house, and then I asked Rod to help with the flowering quince bush. We had destroyed it, but it started coming back up. A commercial cut-in. Oh yeah, I've got ads that play, Rod. YouTube handles my ads for me. I don't know when they come in, but it is, it's okay. But thanks for letting me know. I know different people don't like those ads, but that's what helps bring me revenue with my live streams and super chats and what are those other things called? I did away with memberships. There are no more memberships on my channel. I don't think I'll ever activate memberships again. So if you were subscribed as a member, you should please watch your accounts so that you will not continue to be charged for memberships on my channel. They should have all been canceled. So please watch your accounts to make sure you're not still being charged. I did it, I think, a week or two ago, probably a week ago. I canceled my memberships. But I appreciate those who supported me for a very, very long time. I still support a few channels. I do support Fish Fam Link and their Patreon account, because they advertise my website, blogs, and they work really hard for the community, the Fish Fam community, and I appreciate all that they do. They let you know when you go live. Matter of fact, I haven't seen the robot tonight in my chat. I don't know if it's something that I did different when I created my live stream tonight, or if something's going on with the Fish Fam Link. Y'all can let me know if you've heard something. A lot of our servers are being attacked, and if you don't get on top of it and have website technicians to help fight the issues, we are under attack, folks. A little here and a little there. Just be aware. Some people have gotten mad and upset, and people don't have anything else to do but sit at home and become hackers and stuff like that. So be wise and protect yourself to the best of your ability. And I pray that you continue to do well. But my little rasboras are growing, and they are a lot of fun to watch. And I need to move this tub that's in the floor. I think it's a 23-gallon stock tub that have some albino pleco, bristlenose pleco juveniles in it. And I think there's one Corydoras palliatus down in there, but because it's a black tub, I can't see it. And I'll have to almost drain all the water out before I can see it and catch it. And I'd like to put it with the other Corydoras. And those adults are 1, 2, 3, almost 4.5 inches in length. Those are some large Corydoras. Don't know if I can actually get them on. Let me see. Camera is sitting in my lap. The Corydoras are the tank on the bottom, right here. Sorry, it's leaning. It's on my lap. And then even though this tank, thank you for the hearts, this tank over here is dark, but those are the bronze Cory, and it's a little foggy. That's the tank that grows that algae. And I dropped a little bit of shrimp cubes in there and an algae wafer, knowing that they're really gonna like the algae wafer better. But I'll back over here to the Blackmore goldfish. They nibbled at the shrimp cubes, And it's almost like they shook their heads like, what is that? I don't know what that food is. But let me see if I can give you a picture of the Harlequin rasboras. They are growing and doing well. I thought I had lost one of them, Rod, but I didn't. So I didn't lose it. I don't know where he hides most of the time when I'm in here looking, but got you looking up. That's probably better. Playing with cameras, sorry guys. So here's that rack again. That's the salt and pepper corridor in the bottom, and then the two Blackmore goldfish up on top. Sometimes they're not very active. Sometimes they just sit on the bottom. And so I need to put them in a larger aquarium. I want to put them in one of the 40 breeders. Rod says, I think I may be overfeeding my guppy tank because it looks like I'm getting more snails. That's what happens. Yep, you've learned. You know, guppies can go, you can skip a day with guppies too, because they'll nibble and forage. And I know when we first start keeping fish in the hobby, our local box stores and even the packages that we the food packages that we buy in the stores will tell you to feed 2 and 3 times a day. But they'll say as much as your fish eat in a minute or two, and then some people say 5 minutes. And so I tell Rod all the time, when you feed your fish, watch how they eat, because they're only gonna eat for a few minutes, and then they'll start swimming around or foraging at the bottom. Do I feed my fish any frozen bloodworms? I have in the past. I don't have any readily available. When I want to put my fish, when I want to condition them for breeding, then I do give them treats like live frozen bloodworms, or even freeze-dried bloodworms, the shrimp cubes, different things like that, that is high in protein. Hello, Craig's Catfish Cave. How are you doing? Good morning, Susan. I guess it's morning there too, hun. It's 6:36 p.m. here, so it's probably, what, midnight there? Or 12:35? I know the Comedy 2020 probably is 12:37 right now. You're doing good? Great. Yeah, we were talking about I'm probably not going to do the central air with a linear air pump in my fish room here, because I keep bouncing back and forth to, am I going to build the fish room or am I going to break it down and make this a bedroom again? Sometimes I wished I had an outside building that I could turn into a fish room. But I do have a block building outside that Rod uses for storage. It would have to be, disinfected. Oh, and Paul too, 1237. That's right. Paul's over in, aren't you in England as well? Mark is in Australia. Craig's Catfish, are you in England also? And Paul in the Comedy 2020. Rod says that would take so much work, you'd be better off with a different building. But if I got a different building, Rod, we would have to pour a concrete slab and run water and electricity to that building. I'm Aussie, Craig says. Okay, so you and Mark are in Australia. 9:38 a.m. Wednesday here, Mark says. Oh, wow, that is so cool. So that is, whew. Is that 15 hours ahead? Wales, just over the bridge from England. Okay. Paul is in Wales. Mark is in Australia. Craig is in Australia. And the Comedy 2020 is in the UK. Yes, something like that. Isn't that interesting? The different time zones around the world, and you all choose to tune in to the Fish Fam, Mom. Y'all crazy. Anyway, 12:40 a.m. Yep, you sure are. So that's still, let's see, 6 to 6 is 12 hours. So you're 6 hours ahead of me in England and 18 hours in Wales or Australia. Same for me, Comedy, my friend. Yeah, Wales and Comedy 2020 is in the UK. And of course, Dina's listening, but she's busy. Who else do we have in here? I got to look at my active participants. We have Craig's Catfish, Mark, Paul, Rod, and the Comedy Club. So Dina's not active right now. We're missing Ed's picking up cichlids and Mary Ann. They may have some work that they're doing. There's a lot missing tonight. Like I said, Fish Fam link is not active in the chat, which is usually a robot. Jeremy was here. Little Egypt Aquarium. Rod says, I'm going to sign off and maybe I'll catch you the next week. Love you all guys in the Fish Fam and take care. All right, honey. Thanks for supporting me. Love you so much. I'll see you later. So I personally do not know what I'm going to be doing. I do know I want to keep, I want to take care of cleaning these fish tanks, these aquariums. I'm going to let you all look at the baby Harlequin rasboras while I'm talking to you. Yeah, I do need to finish adding some water to that aquarium. I'm not even sure if the heater's hooked up. It stays between 68 and 72 in this house. So even those cooler temperatures right now, the species that I have are thriving okay. And I found out that actually bristlenose plecos prefer it cooler instead of warmer. The Shelleys behind me prefer it warmer. Oh, Liberty Cichlids is still there. Thank you, sweetheart. Aren't you up in Rhode Island? Or is that New York? Liberty Bell? I think it's Rhode Island, isn't it, dear? That you're at? See the participant list. Philadelphia. I don't know. Okay. I'm old. I have a bad memory. Philadelphia. Did you all, were you around those fires that were going on? It burnt a lot of property, a lot of acreage. Was it last week or a week and a half ago? I was really concerned with all of my fish fam up there because Ed's in Pennsylvania, New Jersey line, and Susie Q is up in there, up in Pennsylvania, and Melvin's in Pennsylvania, and a lot of folks are up there in Pennsylvania. Yeah, that's a cute little 5-gallon aquarium with 6 little Harlequin rasboras in it. The substrate, it doesn't have any substrate. It's got that long rock in there, which I don't know what it's made out of. But there's quite a bit of mulm that I need to get up off of the bottom of the tank. And but right now, you know, they're really adjusted to my water. I haven't done any water changes in a while, so that's something that I need to do. I need to see what my tanks are doing. A lot of times it comes out under 7.0. It's like 6.8, 6.6 pH out of the tap. Thank you, sweetheart. I appreciate it. Let me see if I can move it in front of the let me see. I need some more length on the legs. I'm going to put it in front of the 40 so y'all can see it, because if you saw it before, you wouldn't really believe Now remember, when I set up this camera, this is not a bow front, this is a 40 breeder. The camera gives it a bow front image. I don't know why it does that. Probably because I'm too close. And that other 10 gallons in front of it. So, no, I'm not near any of the fires. Good. Have y'all been having any storms and power outages? I know Tennessee, Ed, Chattanooga Ed, and I haven't seen Mitch in a while. But Whip and Skippers and Dr. Anthony and Dr. Ted. Dr. Ted's not here tonight. He came in, and Jeff Kane's not here tonight. But anyway, I hope everybody's doing well. They might be over at another channel and stuff. But I don't know what I'm going to do yet, guys. I just hope that you keep me in your prayers and good thoughts. that I will do. Like I said, everybody needs to do what makes them happy in the hobby. People with my type of personality that needs variance, and I waver. One day I'm ready to fill this room up with 10-gallon aquariums, and then the next day I'm ready to get rid of all of the tanks and then move a bed in here and make this a guest bedroom. So I'm like, I don't know. The times are changing, so I really don't want to open up my home to strangers, even though just about everybody in the fish hobby I've ever met have been great people. There's only been a few that I felt a little uncomfortable with. What do I have in the tank behind me? Let me set that one up for you also. You're going to see the camera. That's not going to be a good view. Let me see if I can get closer. That is my Shelly tank. I have the, it's not the multifasciatus, it's the Similis Shelly's. And there's 5 in there, and they're on a dark substrate, so it darkened the fish. Normally they're very light, almost see-through type fish. And let me see if I can actually, enlarge. Maybe it's locked. Video capture device, transform. It says reset transform. Okay, there we go. All right, it's going to come over to you again. Now, that's a closer shot where you can at least see some fish moving around in there. That's a black Carib Sea sand substrate. It has Vallisonerias in there. It has one Amazon sword, a piece of guppy grass floating around here and there. Keep my fish tanks. Waiting on the postman, Craig says. On the posty man. This is a 40-gallon breeder, and if you see the plushie on the aquarium that is a shrimp, I have them available at everythingaquatic.net website under Susan, I guess under SLC Aquatic Store, but just look under the toys. I have the discus. I have the discus. I guess I need to come back to the main camera. Right now, they're $20, but I'm gonna put them on a 50% sale because they are so much fun. And these are made by Green Pleco. You can order them, and I'm not sure about overseas shipping yet. And here is a snail. okay? It's got blue eyes. Sorry. And they have a suction cup. And then the shrimp. This is I think it's a Caridina shrimp with a suction cup. They are adorable. If you want them in your fish room, on your mirror. You won one of those, but you never received it? Huh. You gonna let me know which one you won and see if I can send it to you? Probably gonna cost an arm and a leg to send it to you, but we'll work it out, Craig. Which one did you win? I have 3. No, not from here. Oh, I know. I can check it out and see how much it would cost. Thank you. The water's low and the top is full of duckweed. You're okay, Craigs? Okay. You're welcome. I love you. The water level is low because the top that I have is a polycarbonate top. It's not fully sealed. So it evaporates out, you know, really cool. I mean, really fast. But it's covered in duckweed. And I've got to get that duckweed off of there. Sorry, my camera has a short connection because I pulled the cable. I pulled it tight. Your slide laptop. But thank you guys. You know it's almost 7 o'clock here, Central Time in US. I want to thank you all so much for being with me today. This is Susan for SLC Aquatics, #FishFamMom. Let me find my closer video so that I can actually say goodnight to you all properly. Thank you so much for coming out and spending the hour with me. Pray for me, help me make the right decisions, and help us all be happy. I'm sitting on the edge of my bed. I'm shocked now. Why? Why, Paul? Before I go anywhere, why? I meant chatted. If you give up, I'm closing down too. I will never give up. I told Rod if the fish room goes away, I will concentrate more on the outside ponds. And then in the good warm weather and everything, we will be sitting by the pond and chatting, kind of like Susie Q used to do outside. But I'm not digging a 2,000-gallon pond. I'm just not going to do it. I love you guys. I will never completely go away. I will always be Fish Fam Mom, and I'll always have one tank in the outside tubs. I have fell in love with keeping Rod, get the shovel. I fell in love with keeping shabumpkins and goldfish outside. I tried koi once. They brought disease in and killed all my goldfish, and then they died. So koi are not for me, even though I love and admire them. But I love you guys. This is Susan for SLC Aquatics, #FishFamMom. I love you, and God bless.